right, yeah, welcome back. So last time we looked at k-means clustering, which we try to implement using two data sets, which are iris and make blobs. So we applied able method to select our k there. So there are many other ways that k could be selected apart from using the able method. So, and one of the challenge in k-means is selection of k. Sometimes people just run it without k selection, proper selection. So it's not perfecting to it effectively. So, but when you do a proper selection of k, then you understand that your cluster will come out very neatly and clearly. So I'm going to run through. I'm going to quickly run through the different methods by which we can select our k using this data set we have used before, make blob. So I'm going to generate 2D data sets containing 4 different blobs. After that, we will apply different methods for k selection. So I run this line now. So this one will give us this one. So now the first one is to determine optimal cluster using able method first, which we have used before. I just repeated the same concept here, what we have used before. So running this one give us this. So don't mind the warnings. There are many warnings there. Don't mind that. I don't want to interrupt the code. So they're just warning. So you use within cluster sum of square. So to compute this, and we have our able method. So if you check the able method, this able method now. So able method is talking about this particular able here, which the way it becomes flattened, that is where you choose. Excuse me, our k is 4. Okay, at this point k is 4. So because we are picking from what? From the able method, where it begin to flatten, that is where we choose from. So that is first example called able method. So have what they call CO analysis here. So this one show that the similar points are similar measure how similar a point is to its own cluster cohesion versus other clusters for separation. So the optimal k minimizes the average CO2 score, which ranges from -1 to 1. So the higher the better. So higher number the better. So we run this the CO2 here, CO2 here. We run the CO2 score here. So we have this particular code. So when we run this code now, just give title label up and down. So we have our plot here. The plot is too big. Fill the space. I can manage the size for now. Let's only size for now, so you can see clearly. So we have our number of clusters. If you look at it very well, it's the 4. The higher the better. So the top 4 here, the 4 here is 4. If you choose it down, can you see it's 4? You can see at our highest point, the peak point here, the climax is 4. So that is our k is 4 using the silo method here. So if you also go further, want to use this method is that it works well for cluster of uneven density or non-convex shapes, more interpretable than the able method. Right. So we also have what we call Harabas method. Right. It's called variance ratio criterion. So it measures the ratio of between cluster dispersion to within cluster dispersion. Optimal k maximizes the score. The higher the better as well for this one as well. If you run this one now, the peak is okay from the climax, from the peak value. So we run this now. We have this particular chart here. You can see the top one here is called k. Our k. You see that you can see a 4. This is 4. So the higher the better for this one as well. If you go further, we also have. I want to use this now. We have want to use when faster to compute than a sinus and score, and prefer larger k may overestimate cluster sometimes. So we also have what is called David Bowden index. This measures the average similarity between clusters, which lower value equals to better separation. Automatically here, so lower is better here. Can you see? So here you have to based on the lower best. So if you run this now, you have this particular plot. So our value of k is 4 again here. So you're picking the 4 again. So all of them are picking 4. So here we have 4. So this is what lowest point here. So that is the lower the better for that particular for Davis building score. Lower the better. And we use this one when we have a good. It's good for small data set that are not too many, or rather too large rather. So sensitive to cluster density differences. Also, I call Bayesian information criterion. Okay, for Gaussian mixture models. Right, use probabilistic modeling to penalize over complex models. Optimize K, minimizes BIC, can be adapted for K-means via GMM. So the lower the better for this as well. So this one uses the lower method. So can you see? So the lower one is 4 here. This lowest one here is 4. So our K is 4 now. All right. So we want to use this now when data is assumed to be generated from Gaussian distribution and more statistically rigorous but computationally expensive. So this is our K4 here. Also, you can also have what you call hierarchical clustering, which is called dendrogram. Dendrogram helps us to select our another K. So this visualizes cluster merging or splitting at different distances. Right? K, choose K where the diagram shows the longest vertical lines. So that lines, I want to count the number of that vertical lines that cross across the horizontal one. That's what we count to get the number of cluster we want, or number of a K we want rather. So this dendrogram we have plotted. If you look at it very well, you count 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 lines here, one vertical line, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that gives us our K. Okay. For example, if this line is here, for example, now we have K is equal to 2. So we have 1, 2. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why our K is equal to 4 here for dendrogram. So this is a concept of that. We also want to use exploratory analysis for small data sets and helps understand hierarchical relationships as well. So we have another one called gap statistics. This one requires the installation of a gap, but due to challenge in installation, so I have to use because of the fashions, I have to use manual method. So this compare within clusters the version of your data to a reference non-distribution, e.g. uniform random data. Optimal K, the smallest K where the gap statistic is maximized. So if you run this now, we have K, our K, as this manual method. Just hacking, can you see where you define our K statistics? All right, so that's a bit complex work. So when we run this one, we have our output here. So don't mind the warnings, okay? So our output is optimal K manual is equal to 4, right? That one choose 4 as well, okay? We want to use this one. We have robust to noise and works well when the true K is unclear. Okay, it requires gap statistic package to install. So that is, but we use manual for now without installation. So we also have a visualize 2D. Okay, 2D. That means which is our cluster now. We want to look at our cluster now. So this is our cluster. Look at this. So you can see our cluster here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is how we generate our K to get our clusters. All right. So I think that is that for now, and I will be stopping here. We will see us in the next class when we're looking at something more different. So if you have not subscribed, you can go ahead and do that. You can share, you can comment, and you can also like. So I will see you in the next class. Thanks so much for listening. God bless.